Oke teman-teman, perempuan perlawanan upper bracket best of 3. Kopi sangat menjelaskan pertama di lane of dawn.
A lot of things we're learning about these two teams here.
Influence daripada Argentina, Virtus Pro daripada Russia, guys.
Welcome to game 1. It's Influence Rage versus Vertus Pro.
I'm looking forward to Chan versus Bulber. This kind of feels like this is a match against the both of
Refi.
them, considering the fact that having a Kadita is also really good.
Ini team
answer
fight guys kan.
against the
Virtus
Forza.
Pro kuat gila ni kalau team fight ni.
Question mark.
Ini Influence Rage ni kalau dapat control early game ni baik ni.
Larger. The last time we saw him play a Farsa on a grand scale was in the playoffs of MCC.
Late game berkicap the Influence Rage ni kalau bawa drag late ni.
Really meticulously pay attention to how he plays this. Looking at the emblem build, if you're wondering like what's fit for a Minotaur right now is to get out of the range.
Hook dia kena.
Yes, there. Now, but no, it's not a support emblem. It's just straight up tank.
Huh. Okay, so he just wants to be the pillar then, in this case, with a small little amount of healing that just kind of gets them around, right?
Extra.
Keeps them, it's a bonus, right? It's not going around it, but it's just a bonus good to have. So, with that all said and done, Vertus Pro, I do want to see just how tanky this Minotaur can realistically be.
Oh, mati ni.
Andori is just going to be starting things out over to the side of Jotun, but
Jotun down.
He will go down, despite having the Appraiser's Wrath land straight onto Boba.
Abstract. Bober played possum. He's like, oh look, I'm gonna die. Motivation War blast you in the face. Otun fell for it, man. Influence Rage. Down by about 500 gold. Virtus Pro prompted up for this first turtle spawning. Upper quarter. Impressive work. Again, Virtus Pro plays well with these inches, man. You give them an inch, they take a kilometer.
I honestly really thought
that's the metric system.
It's a bit. Can we be real?
Fury and what?
Honestly, I really thought that he will be able to heal a little bit more out of that Appraiser's Wrath. But I guess level 1 Appraiser's Wrath doesn't really get you back too much. But in the meantime, it does seem like we do have the turtle currently in the hands of Influence Rage. They are still trying to fight for
Minion Fury, turtle. Oh, Kadita dapat.
Chan takes the turtle down.
Oh, lu Jotun dah tak ada ulti.
Pluto down. But in this case, Vertus Pro, they're gonna be fine. They didn't lose anything. It is a one trade for a turtle.
Kena hook. Kena ulti. Pam, meninggal guys.
Bad got taken down. Petrify spent by Chan. Painful that Virtus Pro still found a way to overextend, but it's clear that when they lost the turtle, there was a mountain shocker prior to that. Andori knew he wasn't going to touch the turtle. So at least they just went for the turn. They took down Chino. But now it's painful because Influence Rage are gaining ground. They could have not gained ground. They could have just played defensively, but now instead they gave a little bit of economy to Influence Rage, affording Chan an early Sky Piercer. That's his first item.
Damn. Honestly, almost getting the hit, but it did definitely force out that flicker. That leaves Virtus Pro with quite a bit of that battle spells unavailable for the next upcoming few fights.
Well, fair game because Influence Rage also spent a lot of battle spells.
Malaysia tak masuk balik kat apa? Tak. 2 slot dah ada dekat Malaysia.
First 3 minutes in. Pakio still alive.
Almost then, Pakio left with just a sliver. Even when it comes down to the lethal elimination, it's just not quite enough to pop him off.
So the laning continues. Again, 3.5 minutes in.
Boy kat Franco dia. Kena ruh dia.
Pluto coming into
magnet dia.
Super Igorka on this crab take. So gold lane, one could say, is down pat, controlled by Virtus Pro. XP lane though, I don't think. All right,
I think it's kind of like a wet noodle fight.
Yeah, they both have one kill and like neither can deal lethal damage to the other.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that Phobius does have pretty nutty damage the moment you are able to continuously just land your ults. But going up against a Lapu Lapu, this is really just a wet noodle fight.
Yeah, no, in the Lapu Lapu, wow, Chino built
Minion Fury.
Hunter Strike first, and that's a full combo.
And just right there,
kau team fight kau sabar ya.
Surprisingly, it does seem like we are going to be looking at a small little trade. Pluto lost his life,
dengan
is going to lose his life as well. Not a good trade for the side of Influence Rage.
That's right, but this does buy them better positioning. Once more, turtle number 2
Betul tak boleh contest Virtus Pro.
To the Latam reps here in the wild card. I like how they're throwing bodies. They know that the math does not add up to Virtus Pro, and Hotun now in the early game can still take hits from Andoryu. So while now he can stand his ground, he's going to use that advantage and take objectives with it.
So even if Virtus.pro seemingly have a better trade because the opponent no longer have a mage, they can actually try to fight for ground, but they're not really too interested in that. Since it's mostly about the jungle versus jungle matchup, right?
Yeah, the fact that
Karita punya dapat position ni. Kalau pasar ni offside. Wah. Tanker kat dia tibai ha. Ini Fury, Flicker, Jotun down bapak lah guys. Serius ah. Franco ulti cross bawah tank. Tak dapat keluar.
Bad Cot. Oh, Bad Cot's still going.
I don't think so.
Crossing over to the second tier.
Oh!
Flickering in. Does not want to take any prisoners.
Mati.
Chino clipped right by the edge of the boat.
All right. It was Chino who flickered out. So they understood that Bad Cot meant business. This is a man on a mission. And it
tak ada retreat.
They were going for that mid lane at tier 1. It allows for the map to expand even more for Virtus.pro. And apparently, these turtle trades for Influence Rage aren't adding up.
Not at all.
Abstract, they're down 2,000.
Terlepas ni guys, tak dapat defend.
Virtus.pro, they are on a tear.
Dah jadi teamfightnya ni, payah guys. Yang saya nanti Malaysia 2 slot juga ke main dekat stage. Tak tahu, mungkin.
For Virtus.pro, they can involve themselves into the opponent's jungle however they want, but they gotta have to focus on next objective, meaning the third turtle.
Okay, a tear is an understatement. I think we're downplaying how good Virtus.pro's power spike is going into this third turtle. What is this now? 3,000, 4,000 gold? I think twice as many kills as Influence Rage. And the fact that Fury is so vulnerable compared to Super Gorka. Maybe not now, but when Super Gorka has his flicker, Fury has to pick
Mini Fury. Oh, kena dua. Kena knock. Jotun. Kena press. Jotun down. Jotun down. Oh, yang shida. Mati. Oh, mati. GG guys. Rata.
Of Influence Rage taken down.
He raged into the night.
Argentina, Russia, betul.
All went on a nap. Influence Rage gets wiped out.
Tapi pick ni memang tak kena kan, legit aku cakap.
Virtus.pro said, okay,
dia macam mana, dia kena control early ni, dia ada rotasi dia sendiri. Masalahnya setiap team fight dia proceed benda ni kan. Jadi composition war yang sangat tak baik tu. Memang losing condition untuk Influence Rage ni tu. Argentina punya team ni hero because dia kena ada game plan dia lawan hero team fight ni. Arsa free hit. We know auto rage.
There it is. The utility jungler advantage is gone. It's no longer so easy for Influence Rage to say let's batter ourselves into Virtus.pro because now Virtus.pro hurts. Even Chan has to take care of himself. Easy Lord take here for Virtus.pro. Andorra didn't even need the retribution.
No, there's no challenge at all. But they still gotta have to be real careful though, because this is still kind of a pick-off comp from the side of Influence Rage. They can't Virtus.pro just throw caution into the wind.
Match Mongols bila dah terlepas tadi, Mongol menang 2-0 lawan Falcon. Falcon terkeluar. Tuan rumah terkeluar.
Very easily. Luckily, this pickoff can come from many different ways, right? The hook, the bite, and maybe, close call there. And maybe off of Chan's initiation, because Chan just picked up a Divine Glaive. But I'm scared that the Divine Glaive here at 9 minutes isn't enough. Just that and the Sky Piercer isn't enough to put stacks on him, because he only has 1 stack so far.
Honestly, I think you're out of something. Virtus.pro, they are definitely gonna have a very heavy front line.
Minum masuk. Race. Flicker. Wah, baik. Ni dengan Granger snowball ni guys. Uncle T cross bawah tank.
By Andoryu, all of 3 from Influence Rage suffered massive casualty, leaving Gino and Paquito.
And they're already inside the base. Chino forced the flicker back. Super de Gorka flickering forward to try and take down more prey. And I think they smell blood in the water. The bears of Virtus.pro want more.
And such,
meninggal dah. GG guys. Tuan-tuan dah buat game pertama Virtus.pro. daripada Russia
Influence rate
1-0.
the first loss.
Congratulations guys. Kita akan saksikan game kedua sebentar saja lagi. Jangan lupa like, comment, share dan subscribe guys. Kita saksikan game kedua kejap lagi guys. Let's go. Congratulations.
Maybe it's just a secret weapon. Maybe it's just, maybe he doesn't want to play.
GG,
because it's too
GG.
easy for him.
That is exactly what they are trying to do, right? Throw a curveball at us. Hey, look.